Welcome back to the channel. Today we got another video, crazy ones. Biden back up to his old tricks. Biden frees radical left-wing killer convicted in FBI agent's murders during last hours as the president. Take a listen to this. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe to the channel. This is Shalom, me and T.
Shortly before leaving office Monday, former President Joe Biden commuted the life sentence of Leonard Peltier, a far-left activist convicted in the 1975 murders of two FBI special agents, Ronald Williams and Jack Kohler, who were gunned down in a shootout in South Dakota. Peltier's most recent bid for parole failed in July. Former Presidents Bill Clinton and Barack Obama both denied clemency requests for him, but he had supporters among other prominent Democrats, including Senators Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders, as well as former Secretary of the Interior Deb Haaland. The move outraged the FBI Agents Association and came days after outgoing FBI Director Christopher Wray sent a letter to Biden urging him not to free the killer. The FBI Agents Association, FBA, is outraged by President Biden's decision to commute the sentence of Leonard Peltier, a convicted cop killer responsible for the brutal murders of FBI Special Agents Jack Kohler and Ronald Williams, FBA President Natalie Barra told Fox News Digital. This last-second, disgraceful act by then-President Biden, which does not change Peltier's guilt but does release him from prison, is cowardly and lacks accountability. It is a cruel betrayal to the families and colleagues of these fallen agents and is a slap in the face of law enforcement. DOJ panel denies parole for far-left activist convicted.
This is the man in question, Leonard Peltier, 1975 photo. They're still rocking them coats right now.
In slayings of two FBI agents. On January 10th, Wray implored Biden not to do it. Read on the Fox News app. I hope these letters are unnecessary and that you are not considering a pardon or commutation, Wray wrote. But on behalf of the FBI family, and out of an abundance of caution, I want to make sure our position is clear. Peltier is a remorseless killer who brutally murdered two of our own, Special Agents Jack Kohler and Ronald Williams. Granting Peltier any relief from his conviction or sentence is wholly unjustified and would be an affront to the rule of law. Peltier, now 80 and in poor health, is serving 2 consecutive life sentences for the slayings, plus another 7 years for an armed escape attempt. He repeatedly failed to appeal his case. His supporters feared he would die in prison and looked to President Biden to set him free. For nearly 50 years, no fewer than 22 federal judges, multiple parole boards, and 6 presidential administrations have evaluated the evidence and considered Peltier's arguments, Wray wrote. Each has reached the same conclusion. Peltier's claims are meritless and his convictions and sentence must stand. Biden overruled him.
Wow, that says a lot right there. What's Biden really up to? Releasing a lot of these guys that got terrorist charges on them. You know, these mass murderers, these psycho killers, sociopaths. What is he really up to? Unless it's a massive conspiracy.
President Biden pardons his siblings just minutes before leaving office. It's the latest in a string of pardons, commutations, and sweetheart plea deals Biden has given to convicted murderers on his way out of office. He took 37 out of 40 federal inmates off of death row, and his Attorney General, Merrick Garland, took the death penalty off the table for a brutal MS-13 leader responsible for 7 murders.
Wow. They took the death penalty off the table. Wow, but they get an average guy the death penalty for less. Wow.
2 victims, teen high school girls, were massacred with machetes and baseball bats. He also gave last-minute preemptive pardons to his family members and allies, including his siblings, Dr. Anthony Fauci, Mark Milley, and members of the January 6th Committee.
Man, are you serious? Dr. Fauci and the January 6th committee and Hunter, all the lying they was doing.
He had previously pardoned his son, Hunter. Read FBI Director Wray's letter to Biden on Leonard Peltier. Haaland praised Peltier's commutation. I am beyond words about the commutation of Leonard Peltier, she wrote on X. His release from prison signifies a measure of justice that has long evaded so many Native Americans for so many decades. Teen MS. 13 victims father slams last-minute Biden DOJ plea deal. On June 26, 1975, Williams and Kohler were looking for a group of armed robbery suspects in the Oglala Sioux Indian Reservation in Pine Ridge, South Dakota. Although Peltier wasn't one of them, he was traveling in a vehicle that caught the agents' attention. The agents weren't aware that Peltier was also the subject of an arrest warrant for the attempted murder of an off-duty police officer in Wisconsin. According to court documents, Williams warned Kohler over the radio that someone in the vehicle was about to start shooting at them. Gunfire erupted. Both agents were wounded. According to the FBI, both agents were executed with point-blank gunshots to the head from Peltier's AR-15. Kohler, originally from Bakersfield, California, had been an LAPD officer before joining the FBI in 1971. Williams was also a California native from Glendale. He joined the FBI in 1972. The pardon of Leonard Peltier is not an act of justice, but an abandonment of it, said Nicole Parker, a former FBI agent who lost two colleagues of her own to line-of-duty violence. I myself lost my dearest friend and colleague, FBI Special Agent Laura Schwarzenberger, and Special Agent Daniel Alfin when they were murdered February 2, 2021, executing a search warrant to stop a child predator. She told Fox News Digital. The crushing heartbreak of losing mighty warriors who selflessly protect others is indescribable. Click here for the Fox News app. 4 men were arrested in their deaths, but only Peltier was convicted, according to the FBI. The government dropped charges against James Eagle, the robbery suspect Williams and Kohler were looking for at the start of the shootout. 2 other men, Robert Robideau and Darrell Butler, were acquitted at trial in 1976. After his release from federal prison, he is expected to be placed on house arrest. Agents Kohler and Williams gave their lives in service to this nation, and their families continue to bear the heavy burden of that sacrifice, Barra said. The loss of these heroes is felt as deeply today within the FBI family as it was in 1975. Leonard Peltier has never expressed remorse for his actions. Special Agents Kohler and Williams were stolen from their families, robbed of the chance to share precious time and milestones with their loved ones. Leonard Peltier should not have been granted a mercy he so cruelly denied to the Kohler and Williams families.
So what's your thought on this? Should this dude here not get a pardon? Was those FBI agents actually doing what they do to the average everyday person? Like they said in the article, the man wasn't even an intended target. So you went over there messing with some people. 9 times out of 10, you was in plain clothes, not identifying yourself as FBI. But I don't know FBI that wear a uniform. I don't know, but listen to this story. Maybe Biden saw something that everybody else didn't see. I don't know. But leave your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you think. Until the next one. This is Shalom, me and T. Like and subscribe.